Oh yeah. What we're gonna do today is walk through like setting up a cam in a race motor. This thing's got a ton of lift and we have to actually set this thing from TDC 105 degrees off, right? So we're called degree in a cam, I call it phase in a cam. It don't matter what you call it what you want. All right, we know we need 105 degrees of the intake lobe at the top of its position in its relationship to TDC on the crank. But let's find that TDC on the crank first. Now we got this thing set to 0, 0, 0 at the top of its stroke. There's one thing you want to do is you want to make sure you're pretty much in the center along the line of the wrist pin, because what happens is this thing will rock back and forth and will mess up your numbers if you measure it out here or here. So you got to stay real close to the wrist pin orientation. But now we got that thing at 0. Let's go ahead and move it a little fore and a little bit of aft. And what we're going to do is find the dead center TDC. All right, guys, once you set it up, it doesn't matter what the number is going down or going up. What you're looking for is to be able to never pass that 0 mark, right? So we're going to get it all the way right back to that 0. And then you're pretty much guaranteed that you are right. Come on, baby, just a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, we got it back to 0, 0, 0. We know it's at the top dead center, so that's really important because see this little wire right here? Wink, 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 wink. We mounted that onto the block, and what we're going to use that as an indicator to find our true top dead center. So we want this to be completely at 0. All right, kids, now that we know where top dead center's at, go ahead and take this one off. Come on, baby. Love these little things, right? Put this on here, we won't crash it into the piston. We'll make it lock down real nice. All right, kids, the next move you got to do is basically put one of your dial indicators on the top of your intake lifter, right? So this lifter is in a different position than this one. This is your exhaust, this is your intake. So we're looking for cylinder number 1, intake, and we want to get this thing to the highest point on the cam. Now we think we're about there, but what we're going to do is we're going to double check it. We've rolled it back and forth and it's right there, but here's the trick. With the solid lifter rollers, what you want to do is you want to move it fore and aft until the indicator moves about 20 thousandths in each direction. And what we're going to be looking for at that point in time is we're going to use the degree wheel, and we're going to look at both numbers. We're going to add them together. So here, let's do it first. Let's roll this thing. So this thing moves 20 thousandths, right? So it's at the top of the crest right now, but if we really want to feel the top of it, moving that 20 each way, what we're doing is we're going to add the numbers that are on the degree wheel here. Let me show you. Jeff, you're going to need to move the flywheel for me if you don't mind. All right, we're going for 20 thou. Going for 20. Rocking the motor over. You get 20? All right, so fore and aft. That means roll both directions, right? So now the really cool part about this, we're going to do simple math. It's addition and subtraction, right? So you take this number right here where it's at. Can you read it? All right. 1. All right, we'll roll it the other direction now. We're gonna go back down to 0. Bump, 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 and back up, right? So what we basically did is we just rolled it fore and aft. So remember it was at 130. Now can you read it to me? Is it 80, Murph?
That is correct.
Okay, so 80 degrees. What you're gonna do, add those together, 210, and you're gonna divide that by 2, which means you're at 105 degrees. And that's the exact relationship between top dead center and where the cam's located. Let me show you a couple more things to show you exactly how we got it there, because it took us some work. We had to come in and out a few different times, but let me show you where the adjustments are at, because that is correct, but how did we get it there? All right, before I can show you the markings that are on here, I've got to actually go ahead and pull the balancer off. So when we talk about the location, the timing set, right? The timing set is the driven gear and the drive gear. The drive gear is actually on the crank and the driven gear is actually on the cam because the crank drives the cam. But there's a couple ways that you can change it. Now, some people get very sophisticated with this because they want to be able to change the driven gear, right? And this is a keyway relationship at the bottom. So the only way you can actually change that is to have an offset key that would actually change the relationship between the harmonic balancer and the crank. But this is an externally balanced motor, and I don't think it's good to ever change that relationship, that keyed relationship. So there's a bunch of other adjustments that are available in here, but let me pull this off of here real quick, and I'll give you the skinny on how we're gonna actually set that up and how we got this thing to 105 degrees. Okay, guys, just as a high level, there's basically 3 ways that you could go about adjusting your timing set with this assembly, right? This is truly a phaseable driven gear that goes on the cam, right? So typically there's a little pin that's on the back side of your cam and then aligns on there. Now some of these units have like a little bushing that would look something like this, that would be like offset, so you could actually move this sprocket forward or aft, right? Another way is like this one. This one's actually designed where you loosen these bolts on here, and basically what you do is you put this in there, right? Come on, baby, go in there, right? And then you'll turn this with a screwdriver, using it like a cam to go forward or backwards a little bit with your driven gear on your cam. The other way you can do it is an offset keyway that I talked about before, or sometimes they actually make these things with actually 3 key slots in it in the lower driven gear, drive gear, right? Did you get it? So basically 3 different ways to do it. This is probably the most common, most universal style that has a little tool like this that gives you the ability to keep these nuts loose, right? And you just put this in here, get it to the right position. Remember, you're shooting for that 105 degrees to TDC, and that's it. Now, it ain't easy, but it's cool. And if you want to race, man, I'll tell you what, guys change the stuff all the time. So they'll bump that forward, they'll bump that backwards, they'll run it. It's a lot of work, but you want to optimize what you got, that's what you do.